Hello and welcome to Dental Studies Simplified. I am Dr. Ankita Kotecha and today's topic is toothbrush. I will be discussing this topic under the following subheadings, that is parts of a toothbrush, properties of an ideal toothbrush and ADA specifications of the toothbrush. So to begin with, this is a schematic diagram of a toothbrush. The three main parts of the toothbrush are head in a dotted portion, the handle in a lined portion, and this colored portion is shank which connects the head with the handle. Okay? Head, shank and handle. Under head we have the bristles or the tufts which forms the bristle plane with a toe and a heel. The top portion is a toe and the bottom portion is a heel. This is the bristle plane with a toe and a heel, and the points, the area, the spot on the head where these tufts or bristles are attached or anchored is called stalk. Clear? Head, shank, handle. Under head we have bristle plane, toe, heel, and the anchored points called stalk. Talking about head, head is the working end of the toothbrush. That is, it does the job of the toothbrush by going inside your oral cavity and doing the brushing. So it should be round edged and smooth so as to avoid soft tissue injury. And the handle is the longest portion of the toothbrush which is used for grasp, and grasp is one of the most important consideration or suggested portion to be taken into consideration for proper toothbrushing. We will discuss that in our next video when I discuss the guidelines for proper toothbrushing. Grasp. So handle is the portion of toothbrush which is involved in grasp. That means it must be non-slippery, it should have a firm and comfortable grip, it should be lightweight and strong at the same time. So these are the parts of the toothbrush: head, shank, handle. Under head we have bristle plane with a toe and heel. Talking about the bristle plane, there are variations in bristle plane based on the dimensions or the pattern of arrangement of bristles. To name a few, I will explain few of these. Okay, the first is the most commonest form of bristle plane that we come across, that is flat. All the bristles are of same length and in the same orientation, that is vertical. Next we have rippled. Rippled plane, as you can appreciate, the bristle planes are taller and shorter in an alternating fashion, giving the ripple effect at the bristle plane. That is why the name rippled. The third we have here is bilevel. This is mainly seen in orthodontic toothbrushes, wherein the bristles at the periphery or at the edge is longer than the bristle at the center, which are shorter, just to accommodate the orthodontic braces and proper cleansing of the same. Okay. Next we have multi-level. As you can appreciate, the bristles are at multiple levels, higher and shorter. Okay. This is multi-level. Again, all the bristles are in the same orientation, that is vertical. Next we have dome shaped. Some bristles are higher and some are shorter, altogether giving a fashion of dome shaped. It is overall dome shaped. Okay, and again the orientation is vertical. And the last variant is angled. Angled is different from the previous variations of bristle plane because here the orientation of the bristle is angular, as you can appreciate in this diagram and the rest of the diagrams. The orientation of the bristles here are in angular fashion, example crisscross bristles. That is why the name angled. So these are the few variations of the bristle pattern. Just to name a few, there are many more. I will attach a reference image of more variations in the description box below for your better understanding. So there are flat, rippled, bilevel, multi-level, dome-shaped and angled. So these are the parts of the toothbrush and few of the variations of the bristle plane. Talking about properties of an ideal toothbrush. First thing, the head size should be appropriate to the user's oral cavity size. Neither too small nor too large. Then next is the handle size. The handle size should be appropriate to the user's age and dexterity. The third is the bristles. The bristles should be of soft configuration and the bristle diameter should be not more than 0.009 inches. Fifth point is the bristles must be end round bristles. That is, they should be rounded at the end so as to avoid soft tissue injury. And the last point is the bristle pattern, be it any pattern, the pattern of the bristle arrangement must enhance the cleansing of marginal and proximal tissues. Clear? The 6 points in an ideal toothbrush properties: head size appropriate to user's oral cavity size, handle size appropriate to user's age and dexterity. Third, bristles, soft configuration, end rounded bristles, diameter not more than 0.009 inches, and 6, bristle pattern must enhance the cleansing of marginal and proximal tissues. So these are the properties of an ideal toothbrush. Coming to the main part of the toothbrush, that is ADA specifications. Under ADA specifications, we have dimensions of the head, dimensions of the bristles, and the overall dimension. Okay? Talking about dimensions of the head. Under head we have diameter and length, that is breadth, width. Okay. Now these dimensions are specified either in terms of inches or the number of tufts. So in terms of inches, the length of the head, this length should be 1 to 1/4 inches, and the breadth, the diameter, the width should be 3/8 to 5/16 inches. This is in inches. The same dimensions in terms of number of tufts is 5 to 12 tufts in length and 3 to 4 rows of tufts in the width. So these are the dimensions of head. Talking about bristles, the bristle length is 11 mm or 7/16 inches. And the diameter of bristle, which is the main consideration in the classification of the toothbrushes, as we have extra soft, soft, medium and hard, the diameter of the bristle, this is the main key dimension. The ideal diameter, as we have already discussed in ideal toothbrush, not more than 0.009 inches. Again, extra soft is 0.003 inches, soft is 0.007 inches, medium is 0.012 inches, and hard is 0.014 inches. So these are the dimensions of bristles. Again, length 11 mm or 7/16 inches, and diameter not more than 0.009 inches. Again, extra soft we have 0.003 inches, soft 0.007 inches, medium 0.012 inches, and hard 0.014 inches. And the number of bristles per tuft ranges from 80 to 86 bristles. That is 80 to 86 bristles per tuft. Clear? And the last dimension is the dimension of the entire toothbrush, which should be 15 to 19 centimeter. That is 6 to 7.5 inches. This is the ideal length of the total toothbrush for an adult use. Anything shorter than that is pedo or junior usage. Clear? The dimensions of the head of the toothbrush and the bristles of the toothbrush, and the classification into extra soft, soft, medium and hard. So these are the ADA specifications of an ideal toothbrush. Clear? A quick summary. Parts of the toothbrush: head, shank, handle. Under head we have bristle plane, toe and heel, and the anchored points called stalk. Under various bristle planes, examples: flat, rippled, bilevel, multilevel, dome and angled. And under dimensions, the dimensions of the head 1 to 1/4 inches, and width 3/8 to 5/16 inches, or 5 to 12 tufts in length and 3 to 4 rows of tuft in width. And the dimensions of the bristle, the ideal length 11 mm or 7/16 inches, and the diameter not more than 0.009 inches. Extra soft is 0.003 inches, soft is 0.007 inches, medium is 0.012 inches, and hard is 0.014 inches. And the properties of an ideal toothbrush: head size appropriate to the user's oral cavity size, handle size appropriate to user's age and dexterity, the bristles must be of soft configuration, end rounded bristles, diameter not more than 0.009 inches, and the bristle pattern must enhance the cleansing of proximal and marginal tissues. So that's all about toothbrush. If you still have any doubts or any queries, please ask me in the comment section below or mail them at dentalstudiessimplified@gmail.com. Thank you for watching and listening to me. Study well. Have a good day.